your committee is going to hold a hearing about Solyndra. First of all, what are you looking for tomorrow?
Well, we're having yet another hearing. This thing we've now been investigating for about 9 or 10 months. As you know, the administration was not the most forthcoming in terms of responding to questions that we posed them beginning last February. At the end of the day, we finally had to do a subpoena, which we did back in July. And lo and behold, with all these document requests, we came around some documents now. The Treasury is going to testify tomorrow. And as part of the law, back in 2005, it in essence said that the federal government should not be last.
In other words, not jump ahead.
That's right. They need to be number one, not dead last. And as we know with Solyndra, $500 million in taxpayer money, 1,100 people without a job. The executives took the fifth when they came in to testify, which they obviously didn't when they came in. We now see the CEO has stepped down, Mr. Harrison, and we now are probably going to learn tomorrow officially that in fact the Treasury, whose job is it to watch over all of our taxpayer dollars, in essence did tell them in an email, don't do this. Don't make the federal government last. That's not what the law says. The law says specifically two things. No guarantee shall be made unless the Secretary determines that there is reasonable prospect of repayment of the principal and interest on the obligation, and second, the obligation shall be subject to the condition that the obligation is not subordinate to other financing, which means the federal government goes first, not last anybody else.
All right, now you're talking about the restructuring when all of a sudden we got put to the end of the line, essentially. But are you investigating whether there's poor judgment in terms of following the law, or are you investigating whether or not there's some political shenanigans on this whole project to begin with as to why this got shoved through so quickly, and it's apparently since the company's gone belly up, it wasn't a very prudent decision on behalf of the taxpayers?
We're going to see where this takes us. It's pretty clear that we'll hear tomorrow that Treasury said, don't do it this way. Send an email, don't do it this way.
So why did they?
Don't know yet. That's an answer that we'll get in coming weeks. So
right,
we're going to come back to Energy and we're going to ask them what happened when you got this. Why is it that it looks like you in fact broke the law, and at the end of the day, $500 million in taxpayer money gone.
Are you going to make demands for other documents? One of the things that I'm particularly interested in, because and I know it may seem like chump change, but this legal bill for $2.4 million, I'm dying to find out what.
You know what? I watched you 2 nights ago, and it was tough being a Michigander. Tigers are on, switching back channel, back and forth, but I've got that switch that can do that, and we're going to get the answer. You asked Cliff Stearns some very good questions about what was it that they billed for almost $2.5 million. We're going to get that answer.
That we paid for.
Thank you. Thank you. As a taxpayer, thank you. Well, we're going to find out, and we'll keep you posted.
All right. SunPower, SunPower, another company that is in the news. Are you going to be looking at SunPower? There are reports that got a $1.2 billion loan, and they seem to be having, and it may not have been the most prudent decision, because at least according to some calculations, that there are 15 permanent jobs that have been created out of this loan, which means there's $80 million a job.
I'll tell you what disturbs me. The fellow that ran this program for the Department of Energy just quit, as you know, resigned last week. And he was described by Secretary Chu as outstanding in every way. Did an outstanding job in his performance and all of this and that. I hope, as a taxpayer, that we do not find any more problems with this program than what we've already discovered with Solyndra. But we're not going to let the trail go dry. We are going to see where this takes us. We've got a request in to not only the Department of Energy, but also to the White House. Don't have all the documents back yet, but we're going to see where this takes us. And I sure hope that we don't find any more abuse of taxpayer money.
Do you expect?
So we're not done.
Okay.
We're not done. But incomplete is the.
All right. So you're going to ask to talk to Secretary Chu?
I think ultimately we will. Absolutely.
And is Secretary Chu and the Energy Department giving you all the documents you've asked for so far, or is it like pulling teeth?
Well, it has been like pulling teeth. Now, we have sent a number of requests, but the deadlines have not come up yet. We're glad that Treasury agreed to come up tomorrow, as they will. But we don't have all the documents in. We've asked for more documents from the administration and others as it relates to Solyndra. We're going to go where the trail takes us.
Thank you, sir. We'll be watching your hearings tomorrow. Thanks, sir.
And I look forward to getting back with you.